Why don't we take this out of the box and see what's inside. In full disclosure, Roku sent this to the channel free of charge to review. However, they are not reviewing or approving what we're about to see before it is uploaded, and we're streaming this live while we record it. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own, and they are not paying for what you're about to see here. Now, this is the Roku Streaming Stick 4K Plus. And the difference between the Streaming Stick 4K and the 4K Plus is the remote. So this one will have a nicer remote. And when we get to the remote during our unboxing here, I'll tell you what makes it different. But let's take the plastic off here. Very satisfying to get that cleared up. So this is the stick itself. This is your entire Roku on this little stick here. Why do you need one of these? Well, if your TV is not getting updated anymore, and so your smart TV is dumber, this will make your smart TV smart again. You plug it into the HDMI and power it, and you're good to go. Now, the remote is the big differentiator between the 4K Plus and the 4K. And the difference is that this remote is rechargeable. So they have a charging cable for the remote. And you have a headphone jack on this remote. So you can listen to your Roku's content without it going over your speakers on your television. So if you have it in a bedroom and you don't want to disturb your partner, having the headphone jack on the remote for private listening is really helpful. That said, you can also do private listening through their app. So if you get the Roku app and buy the less expensive Roku, you can do private listening through your phone, but it might be more convenient to just have a single device you plug headphones into, but the choice is yours. And then this is a mute switch for the always listening remote. So this will always listen for a command unless you have it switched off. And so this is like their Pro remote. And you can buy this separately also for other Rokus. And you have a power adapter in the box. A lot of people power these off their television, but if you want it always accessible, it might be better to power it separately because some of the TVs will power down the Roku when it is off. Now, the reason why they have two different cables in here is because the antenna for the Wi-Fi is built into the power cord. And I will test this later, but it's likely that you cannot hook up Ethernet with this device because of how they have this engineered. And what's nice is that this gets a bigger area for your Wi-Fi reception beyond just the device itself. And this is something we saw on the previous edition of the Roku streaming sticks. So that's another differentiator. The Wi-Fi reception on this will be better than their entry-level devices. So there it is. So what I'm going to do now is get this thing plugged in and powered up, and I will have a review of this coming up very shortly.